Welcome to Morpheus Bicycles, the show where I build a bicycle brand and a community for cyclists that want to get faster. One of the first things you have to learn if you want to get faster as a cyclist is to train consistently. But how do you do this? I listed a few points that can help you to get more consistent because this is by far one of the most important things. First off, you want to set a routine. That means doing the same type of workout on the same day. So for example, if Monday is your rest day, you pick an interval session on Tuesday, have a long ride on Wednesday, and have a strength training session on Thursday. If you keep these workouts the same, you can plan your life around it, and it's less likely that you will skip these workouts. Second, you want to make the training sessions non-negotiable. If every time you go training you have to negotiate with yourself, at some point you'll be weak-minded and you'll lose. So make them non-negotiable. Third, you want to keep it sustainable. Everybody can make a really hard training plan, but sticking to it is very hard. So you want to know that you can actually do the workouts. And then you want to prioritize key workouts. There will be days where you're going to miss a workout, so you want to make sure that you have the key sessions done for the week. Key sessions for me are interval sessions, strength training sessions, and long rides. Now actually, this should be at the start, and it's set a SMART goal. A SMART goal is specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. So for example, within the community, I run a 12-week challenge where participants set a goal at the beginning of the 12 weeks. So we pick a very specific power goal for the 12 weeks, which we measure with a power meter. We know it's achievable because it's not some really crazy target. It's relevant because we actually want to achieve that to get faster. And it's within 12 weeks, so it's time bound. Anybody can set a goal like this, and it's actually more likely that you will hit the goal, which is what we want. Now, another big part of reaching goal is having an accountability partner or community. And this is actually one of the biggest reasons I started this community, because if we can keep each other accountable to actually do the workouts, there is just a much higher likelihood that we actually reach our goals. So use that. You can also do this with family members or with friends, but having a person that knows what you're doing and is actually following you is important. Another big point is make it low friction. If every time you want to go for a ride you have to spend like 30 minutes before you're out of the door, if you have everything ready, you can just hop on the bike very easily. It's just more likely that you will do the training session. After that, you want to keep it fun. So I want to create a progression in the workouts. So every week it feels a little bit different. And also there is a natural progression in the training plan. And then you want to focus on inputs, not on outputs. You can't control the result that you're going to get, but what you can control is what you're going to do. So on what days you're going to train, for how long, and that's what you want to focus on. Set goals around that. After that, tracking your progress is very important. They say what gets measured gets improved, and with training that's the same. So having a system like Strava or Training Peaks where you actually log your training sessions and see all of them combined is very important. Now, if there is some way to reward yourself after a certain period of training, I highly recommend that. So one guy in the community, he wanted to buy a new bike, but only after he finished a certain weeks of his training plan. So that's actually a nice reward to keep yourself going. And at last, don't let one missed workout destroy your plan. It's very easy to get down after you feel like you fucked up for one session, but just get back the next day and focus on the inputs again. I hope you can use one or more of these tips to get more consistent, because this will by far be one of the biggest unlocks in your cycling performance. Next, I want to discuss some community updates. Oswald is one of the members who participates in the 12-week challenge. he gained 19 watts in just 4 weeks. So big shout out to him. And his FTP went from 192 watts to 211. He just trusted the structure of the plan. I know from his training peaks that he was very consistent. He just had a clear goal, when to push, when to recover, and when to ride easy. So this is a great example. If you stay consistent, there is actually a big result that you can get. So this is of course not the same for everyone, but there are people like you who are doing it. So I hope that is some motivation as well. Notes on strength training. So I'm writing a few posts every week about strength training in the community. I posted number 4 and 5 last week. You can click the links that are in the post in the community as well, so you get directed immediately. I talked about quality or quantity, also about what exercises to do. Check these out if you want some extra useful information on strength training. Now, something very cool happened last week. We have 2 physios in the community who started a physio thread where you can ask questions if you have problems. And I think this is a really cool initiative from community members to help each other out. And huge shout out to Lucas and Koen, who are doing this for free, which is, I think, very generous. So, and if you want to just ask them a question, click the link in the post with the physio thread and they'll help you out. So last week we also got a Zwift club because I wanted to organize some rides together so we can train together, have some nice workouts, chat together on Zwift. So if you want to join, click this link. And every week there are 2 workouts planned right now. So on Tuesday we'll do an interval session, and on Saturday we'll do an easy ride where we can just chat. So if you want to join these, click this link and you go to the calendar, and there you can just click the date that you want to join. There's a link to Zwift, and I think it should be intuitive. About last week's leaderboard winner. Every week in the leaderboards, you can score points for a like that you get from other members. The number 1 in the 7-day leaderboard scores a prize. So this week it was Kevin, who was really active last week, which was awesome. And he got a 1-year premium My Windsock subscription. This week, when you're watching this, the prize is 5 simulations of your aero position in the Aero virtual wind tunnel. Aero is a program where you can make an avatar and use CFD, computational fluid dynamics, to get a CDA value. And you can actually really easily tweak your position. So you can like go up with your handlebars, go down, shorter, longer, stuff like that. And it's really easy to form a hypothesis on how to get faster on the bike. This week's winner will win that, and everyone participates by default. Okay, now some updates about Rapid, the bike that I'm designing. I shared some options on how you can buy the frame set. So there's a standard option with not much extras, but it has free shipping and all the taxes and tariffs included. There's a low risk option where you have lifetime frame warranty and crash replacement and also a ceramic coating. Now there's also a free trial option. That means that you pay $0, you get the frame set shipped, and after 60 days you get billed a higher amount than the low risk frame set option, of course, but you can try for free for 60 days. There are cancellation terms because you have to show that you actually built the frame set up and wrote it, because otherwise I don't know that you actually tested it. So I think this is a nice, very low risk option. If you want to be 100% sure that you like the frame set, you can try this. And there's also the luxury build option that has all the crazy components. If you want to really get a tricked out bike, that option is available as well. So what's next for the bike brand Morpheus? First of all, we need to sell some frame sets. So I want to update the website and get some product pictures, and like improve that website experience. Because right now I want to do these things, get the UCI approval, get more sizes where I need new molds for, and also do wind tunnel testing to actually prove that this is a very fast bike. But to do these things, I need some cash, so I need to work on selling the frame sets that I have in stock. So all my attention goes there. One additional thing that came up from the community was the Morpheus cycling kit. In last week's Morpheus news, there was a poll if we needed a Morpheus kit. Many of you said yes, so let's make that happen. I'll do a design competition for the community, so more news on that later, but you can actually make your own design, and if it wins, that will be the official Morpheus kit design. So exciting stuff coming up, I would say. Yeah, thank you for being in this community. Let's inspire each other to get faster, and see you next week. Cheers.